Hi, everybody. My name is Lynn Hinderaker. Welcome to WOWBIZ Weekly. WOWBIZ Weekly is Omaha, Nebraska's only business news magazine podcast. It's a very unusual project right here in the fourth quarter of 2012. If you're on this site, if you're watching me, you're also on WOWBIZTV.com. And I want to suggest to you, look around on the site, take a look at the vast directory of video interviews with Omaha's top leaders. Very interesting, educational, kind of like YouTube, educational or instructional videos only in a local business context. So please take a look at those and obviously enjoy the show. It's my pleasure to have you. Again, my name is Lynn Hinderaker. I'm the founder, producer, and of course the host of this show. I've got a very interesting lineup here today. We try to pull together a lot of eclectic people. We believe that the human brain has the ability, when exposed to diverse ideas and connections and research and concepts and relationships, to make those relationships, to connect the dots. So we're putting three different, very interesting, actually four people in front of you today, and you'll be able to connect the dots. There's a connectivity between our guests right here on this show. My first guest, is a very interesting lady, a very interesting organization. She heads up College Possible. Now, the point of this, they're right in the heart of what makes this economy click, all right? There's been a huge issue about education. A lot of officials were kind of falling behind. Our test scores on an international basis are not doing so great. Here in Omaha, the issue is large, perhaps even larger than normal. And we have a lot of folks who are at risk. They're young folks, 16, 17, 18, kind of feeling like dropping out of school, not doing well, not comfortable with the idea of going forward, losing confidence, and they don't see a future. They don't see a future. So this organization, College Possible, is all about grabbing them in those formative years when they're still in high school, helping them move forward, regaining the self-esteem, getting a sense of what is possible, helping them crystallize their identity and their destiny, move them into college, and actually help them graduate college. I want you to give a special applause to Laura Schabloske, ladies and gentlemen, right here. She is making a fabulous contribution. That's a wonderful, wonderful cause. Now tell me how long, Laura, you've been involved with the organization. Give me a little history briefly.
Well, College Possible has been around for 13 years.
Okay.
And in Omaha, we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary. Started off with 2 high schools, Lynn, Benson, and South High, with 74 kids that were 16 and 17 in their junior year.
Benson and South High, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
We've expanded this fall to 6 high schools.
Oh.
So we're now at North, Northwest, South, Benson, Papillion, La Vista, and Ralston.
How about a round of applause for that? In 1 year. In 1 year, six schools, right?
Well, and we're going to be in 10 next fall.
Is that right?
So we started with 74 kids, and by our 3rd full year of operation, we'll be at 1,200.
Wow.
It's pretty cool and dynamic, but when you think about it, in the United States today,
Yes.
200,000 kids that are at the low income level, free and reduced lunch.
Yes.
Our average kid comes from a family of $29,000 is their average income.
Right.
Their GPA is at 3.1. These are not dumb kids.
I just learned something I did not know before.
These are
That's
kids
interesting.
that have potential.
Yes.
That because of the system they might be in,
Yeah.
at home, at school, wherever,
Yes.
they're at risk for not taking the next step.
Wow.
And we all know that the jobs that are coming to the United States, that unemployment rate,
Yeah.
we could fill if we had more educated workers.
Yes, absolutely.
And in Omaha, we talk a lot about our underemployment rate. We might only be sitting at that 4.8%.
Yes, but there's a lot of MBAs who are baristas.
Right.
or whatever. They're grinding out part-time livings.
And we have a lot of kids that are unemployed.
Yes, we do.
Because they're not educated.
Yeah.
And we want to help fix that. So
Yes.
not only is College Possible helping kids get through high school and college,
Yes.
we're helping Omaha by bringing an educated workforce to the table.
Wow, wow.
So we ask kids to sign a contract with us after an arduous application process. They have to go through interviews, get recommendations, and compete for spots.
Really?
We take 40 kids per grade level per school to get into the program. They have to give us 320 hours. Their
Of
junior
interviewing
and
and-
senior year in classroom work.
You know, you should have Bob Neve involved with you.
We should.
He could provide
We
some
were actually
insight into their
talking.
core motivation.
Well, we're talking about the adolescent brain.
He thinks I'm
actually.
kidding, but I'm not kidding.
No, I'm not. We were just talking about how the adolescent brain really needs that assistance.
Yeah.
And a lot of our kids, Lynn, don't have that familial support. A lot of them are first-generation college students. Maybe some of you in the audience are first-generation college students.
Yes, I'm sure some of them are.
I was a first-generation female in my family to go to college. Wish this had been around I won't admit how many decades ago, but it's more than, it's about 3.
Yes.
We follow them all the way through college, in addition to going with them their junior and senior year.
All right.
Junior year, we're doing a lot of ACT prep, getting them through that wonderful testing process. Senior year, we help them get through 5 college applications, filling out their FAFSA, and helping them find private and public dollars. The average college possible student gets $4,500 in private scholarships to augment whatever public dollars they get.
Wow.
We also give them financial literacy training, so if they do have debt, they know what to do with it. Because what's a credit score? What's a credit card? How do we manage all this? It's
Huge
this
issue.
Huge world.
And usually they don't even think about these kinds of things till they have a family and they're deep in debt with credit cards, and then it's almost too late. Then.
Well, here's the other huge statistic.
Yeah.
On average, how many kids do you think, percentage-wise, graduate from college if they're middle-income folks that just enroll? What would your guess be?
Less than 50%? I don't know.
It's about 55% of the kids that start college finish.
Ah.
Now, low-income kids, what would your guess be?
I would think much lower, a much lower number.
11%.
Right.
Guess what college graduation rate is?
I have a feeling we better prepare for an audience interaction at this particular. Yes.
Point.
Go ahead and tell me what that number is.
Almost
Laura.
need a drum roll.
Yes.
It's 59%.
59% of your graduates from 11 to 59.
11 to 59.
Amazing.
So a college possible student is 5 times more likely than their low-income counterpart to graduate from college. Now that's powerful.
It is.
When you start to harness that and you think about the brain power that right now in our community, in Omaha,
Yes.
that isn't walking away with a college degree, think about what this program can do. And we've only been here a year.
The key factor for success, if you talk to people like Brad Ashford or state legislators, Governor Heineman, people like that, and you say, what is the one thing that you would want to do to our state to improve it, make it more attractive? It's not easy to get people to come to the upper Midwest sometimes, companies and so on. I think he would say an educated workforce.
Absolutely.
Right?
And we believe the key to escaping poverty is education.
Yeah.
It is absolutely the one tool that a youth can take and change their life.
Yeah.
But they have to want to take that tool and put it in their toolbox. And we just come alongside them to help them.
Yeah, I think you do more than that, actually. But Laura Schabloske, before I let you go, let me ask you this one question. Here we are working with the Creighton School of Business. We've got a bunch of Creighton business students here in the room that have helped really pull the show together. What would be your advice to them? Obviously, they're thinking about their careers and they're going through various cycles in terms of education and so on. What would be your suggestion to them? What's the end game for these folks right here?
Well, I'm going to be a little selfish.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be on campus, and we just left UNO. We're recruiting folks just like you when you're coming out of school to think about an AmeriCorps position. Because what we do is we arm our kids with coaches. And they're coaches that come through the AmeriCorps ranks who are giving a year of service. And we're looking for folks that have that 4-year degree that want to invest in the folks coming up right behind them. And we're looking for individuals like you right now to come to work for us for 1 or 2 years to be a coach for our kids. We will be adding our college coach program next year because we're actually bringing 73 seniors to Creighton to start to apply. We were at UNO, we will be at UNL because we want to make good matches with these kids. They have to want to go to the school that they're looking at.
So to summarize
we'd like
here,
you to come apply with us.
You're looking for people like the folks I have in my audience
Absolutely.
to help coach younger folks.
Absolutely.
Help encourage them, motivate them, give them some suggestions as to how to continue. And then soon you're going to be developing college coaches.
Absolutely.
Is that right? To help those folks complete that stage of their career.
Because we'll follow those kids 6 or 8 years, depending upon how long it takes for them to finish college. And the average kid takes 6 years today to get through college.
Fantastic. Great mission. Thank you for the level of detail. And it's so relevant to the audience that we have right here at the Mastercraft Center. Thank you, Laura Schabloske from College Possible. Great interview. We'll be right back on WOWBIZ Weekly. Thank you very much. We'll be right back.